if you're a leader or manager and you're doing your annual performance review on one of your employees, you know what to say. You know to ask them about what their achievements are that they feel most proud of over the last year. What challenges did they overcome, and how do they think they handled them, or what are their future goals they have? You know all that. But what if you have an employee or a friend where they're going through some sort of a crisis? You know that they're off their game. You know that they're not themselves. And maybe you're privy to what's going on, or maybe you're not. So what do you say then? Well, first and foremost, come from a place of concern without judgment, and really check in with them and make sure it's one-on-one. So you don't do this in front of any of their colleagues or any of the staff. You approach them and say, hey, are you okay? Or, hey, is there anything going on that you'd like to talk about? Or, I've noticed that something's off and I don't really know what it is. Do you want to talk about it? And if they're privy if they're amenable to talking about it, then listen without judgment and validate their feelings by saying, wow, that is a lot. That does sound really overwhelming. But here's the most important key of today's message. If someone opens up to you because you are sincerely caring about what's going on with their life, and it could be their personal life that's affecting their work, or it could be something that's going on with their family, and it's distracting them, the most important thing I can tell you is know your boundaries. Meaning, if they come to you and it's a lot heavier than you had ever thought, and it's a whole situation that you have absolutely no experience in, don't fake it and don't say, oh, it's okay, everything's going to be all right. You'd never want to say that. You validate their feelings and then come from a place of sincerity and say, I don't know what to say, or I want to help and support you. I don't know what I could do for you. What most people do when they have a friend or a colleague or someone that they know is going through a crisis, they don't know what to say. So the worst thing they do is they don't say anything and they back off. And later they come back and say, you know what, I knew you were going through it. I just didn't know how to support you, so I didn't say anything, and I'm sorry. So it's absolutely okay. Give yourself permission to not know what to say when someone is going through some sort of trial or tribulation. Again, come from a place of inquiry, come from a place of concern without judgment, and sit down with that person and say, I'd love to support you in any way I can. I don't know what that looks like. They will appreciate it. They will appreciate that they have someone that cares enough to notice that something's off. And don't be alarmed if they say, no, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Don't be alarmed with that, because sometimes it takes them a minute to come back around and let you know they appreciate the outreach, and maybe now is a good time to talk. But it's also, it goes for the reverse too. If you are someone that's going through some sort of trial or tribulation, you're going to have friends, no matter how close you are to them. You're going to have colleagues, no matter how close you are to them. They won't know what to say. And if they come to you and say, what can I do to support you? Or, I'm here for you, let me know. Know what you want. Know what would be the best way to support you. If it means, you know what, I just need some time and space, I'm good for now, but I just need to be left alone, then say that. If you don't want to be alone and you need some, ongoing support, let them know. It's like, hey, listen, you know what, let's get together for lunch, or let's have dinner, or let's have coffee. Let people know what you need to help you get through a difficult time. So hopefully you won't have to have these kinds of conversations, but the older I get, the more I see more and more people are going through bigger trials and tribulations, and it's sort of blurring the line between their professional life and their personal life. So any good manager and any good leader out there wants their team to be open to discussing things so that they can bring their best self to work. But more importantly, it's important that you show how much you care about your employees. I hope this helps. And on this Front Row Friday, don't forget to give yourself permission to say, I don't know what to say. We'll see you next time, and have a good Front Row Friday.